golf trip is a great part of the allure of the world of golf. Of course, there are so many famous golf locations throughout the country. Many of them come to mind, some don't. Aiken, South Carolina might be one of those that don't come to mind right away, but after this show, it might. No, it will, because of the great golf, the great accommodations, and the great places to eat and have fun. And to prove that Aiken is the perfect spot for a golf trip, we've actually taken one here with players who have been going around the world for 22 years on an event called the Freedom Trail Challenge. This particular year, they chose Aiken, and like any competition, as well as the start of the Traveling Golfer television show, we do it in style with the national anthem led by Ray Mullins.
Ready? Sing. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf Smart.
In order to play golf in the Aiken, South Carolina area, you've got to get there. The guy that can get you there, he has a magic carpet. Ricky Sochet, Golf Packages of South Carolina. Not the usual golf destination, but you're going to try and make it one.
Oh, absolutely, Tony. It's a little spot of heaven here in South Carolina. We work with around a dozen or more courses in the area, and staying downtown to any of the courses in town, you're looking at 5 to 15 minutes, and then another number of courses anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes away. But they're easy drives and wonderful out in the country, just a great southern drive.
They think of South Carolina as flat, with the exception of one golf course, the River Club in North Augusta, South Carolina. All of these courses are pretty hilly.
They are, and some rolling hills. We've got more hardwoods. You do have a number of fairways that are lined with tall pines, but in essence, we run the gamut here.
Yeah. They did a smart job when they built these courses, cutting wide corridors. And when I say they're hilly courses, they're not mountain goat courses up and down. Rolling is really the word. Maybe some big rolls, but definitely rolling.
It just adds so much character. And depending on the course and the designer or architect, you know, they have laid 18 to 27 to 36 holes, depending on the facility, in just the lay of the land.
So 12 courses in your quiver?
Yes.
They run the entire gamut from the very old to the very modern.
Absolutely, yeah. Aiken Golf Club, founded in 1912, gives a little bit different aspect to the courses here in the Aiken area. It's going to be one of the shorter courses, but you better have your putter with you when you come to Aiken Golf Club. Undulating greens, fast greens, and put it where it needs to be on the green, the right quadrant, and you'll make par.
The James McNair Memorial Putting Course, named in honor of the owner of this golf course for 42 years. What a fun way to start your experience at the Aiken Golf Club.
Some golfers like a long course, 6,900 yards. But let me tell you, Aiken Golf Club is going to be the longest short course you'll ever play. Mount Vintage Golf Club, 27 holes, Tom Jackson design. Great rolling hills, fast undulating greens, a joy to play all year round. It's one of those courses where you can stand on the tee box, look down the fairway, or either when you get to the green, turn around and look back at the tee box and say, what a great golf hole. And you'll find this throughout all 27 holes.
While every hole at Mount Vintage is eye-popping, the crowning jewel is the collection of par 3 holes that they have. Both long and short par 3s, dramatic carries, and then of course, number 8 on the independent 9 with the waterfall, the colorful flowers and bushes, and that sound that is so relaxing as the water comes down through the rocks.
The River Golf Club. It's going to be a little bit different topography than the other courses featured in this show. A Jim Fazio design. The course is fairly flat with water throughout the golf course. And number 16, their signature hole, has a really interesting feature.
Hole number 16 at the River Golf Club is certainly a beautiful hole. It's not particularly long, but it has a lot of character and danger to it. Most people will tee off with a hybrid club, a 3-wood to possibly a 3-iron. That will leave you a short iron into the green. The green is a 2-tiered green, has a lot of undulation to it. The hole has a lot of water on it and also has an old train trestle from the late 1800s, early 19th century that used to bring goods into North Augusta.
It's time for our Strack-A-Line putt of the day. And on these perfect greens at the River Club, they're fast, they've got some humps. You need all this help you can get to keep that dreaded 3-putt away. All right, that's a good one.
Drive for show, but putt for dough. Hi, this is Jim Stracka, inventor of the Strack-A-Line. Strack-A-Line is used by touring pros and top college players every week. Now you can get Strack-A-Line for your home course. For just $1,500, Strack-A-Line will come to your facility and laser scan each green on your course. We will collect 2 million data points per green. Imagine, you will finally be able to read your putts accurately. Go to Strack-A-Line.com to schedule your course today.
John Keller, Director of Instruction, Woodside Plantation, the Reserve Course. A little different.
Developer hired Nicholas Design to do the first golf course at the Reserve Club. It's actually a Steve Nicholas design, but it's very member friendly and primarily a retirement community. So that type of layout works out very, very well for the golfers we have playing it on a daily basis.
A lot of people think of Jack Nicklaus, of course, and he definitely had 2 different periods in his architect. There was the penal Nicklaus and the older, kinder, gentler Nicklaus.
Jack had a lot of input on the layout. And knowing that it was going to be played mainly by retirees and senior golfers, they took that into consideration. We have some beautiful golf holes here. We got some challenging golf holes, but the great thing about the course is you play well, you score well.
Speaking of beautiful holes, number 3, a par 3 that stretches to 200 yards from the back tees, but 5 sets of tees bring it down. Again, playable. A signature hole with that lake behind there, that is just an eyeful. I could sit here all day long and look at this hole.
Kind of unique to South Carolina, we've got a great variation in our terrain. And a lot of shots like this, you have some significant elevation changes, which makes for an enjoyable day of golf. Well, in addition to this being my favorite, the par 5/8 is a very nice, challenging par 5. Your approach is to a downhill green. downhill approach to the green. And then number 16, a par 4, slight bend to the left, and again, it's got a lake in the backdrop. So a lot of beautiful holes on the golf course.
Viewers, sit up, pay attention. We're right down the road from Augusta National. They have a little tournament they call the Masters there. If I can speak in Georgian for a second.
Pretty good.
And this wonderful private country club sits here for its members all year long, except that 1 week. You have a Masters program to allow people to play here during Masters Week?
We do. As you mentioned, we are a private country club. We're currently 27 holes, soon to be 36 holes. And it allows us the opportunity that week to allow the master patrons to experience the reserve club, because most of the people traveling to the tournament do want to play a round of golf or two during their trip. And we've got 2 packages that we offer. It's an all-inclusive VIP package. It's unlimited golf, unlimited food and beverage for the entire day that you're here, and then the club package, which is 18 holes of golf and lunch.
Folks, take my word for it. Take the word of all of the people at Woodside Plantation. Come visit them, especially during Masters Week, or with the help of Golf Packages of South Carolina. Best way for our viewers to find out more about how they can come on a golf package to South Carolina and Aiken in particular
Is they can check out my website. It's www.golfpackagesofsc.com, or email me, rick@golfpackagesofsc.com.
Ricky Sochet, Golf Packages of South Carolina. When a traveling golfer's traveling, he's the traveling golfer's best friend. We usually go to a hotel for the Freedom Trail Challenge, 22 years all around the world. This time we went to someone's home. That's what it feels like. The Carriage House Inn, right in the center of Aiken. Ann Thomason, the owner. And Ann, thanks for having all of these guys in your home. It's terrific.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here.
It really does feel like it. Whether we're sitting out in the quad here, enjoying the fountain, whether the guys are on the side by the fireplace smoking a cigar, whether you're on the rooftop for a party. Tell us a little bit about the history of the Carriage House Inn, because it's amazing how you took a couple of different houses, added on to them, and collected them in this inn of 37 suites or rooms. Really is something special.
First portion of the house was built in 1872, which was called a 4/4, and then they added on a chauffeur for one of the winter colony people. Helped the chauffeur to purchase the property and turn it into a cab company. He had 16 cabs.
Really?
And the little building back here that I did get to save, because I tore down a warehouse right here, it was, the bottom was 3 garage door openings, and that was for the limousines. And above, the chauffeurs slept above their limousines. When I purchased it in 1987, I had antiques, and I imported those from England. I'd go over and buy, and put them in this huge warehouse. And the inside was antiques and interiors and gifts and whatever I could sell and make a little bit of money. So then it evolved into a bed and breakfast. 2 years ago, I added on and I designed the structure around a Charleston single house. So you could have big porches and furniture out on the porches, so you can sit out there and smoke cigars and drink and tell lies.
Well, that sounds like you just perfectly described our group. Smoke cigars, drink, tell lies.
Creating a revolutionary product starts by asking, what if? What if we loaded every inch with game-changing innovation? What if we had a flight tuning system to control ball flight, roll face and cup face technologies for explosive power, slipstream sole technology for more speed, and dual carbon tech with 8 adjustable loft settings? And what if all this technology and performance costs significantly less than the competition? Exotic's EXS by Tour Edge. Pound for pound, nothing else comes close.
So nice to take a little stroll down Main Street of Aiken in the heart of thoroughbred country with Marianne Kiesler. She is the marketing director for Thoroughbred Country. And this Main Street is like a picture postcard of small town America.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, I think the people come out and they just enjoy themselves doing exactly what we're doing, strolling down this main street with a lot of little places to have breakfast, to have lunch, to shop.
Yes, we have several different disciplines here. I think that's what makes Aiken interesting and a good mix of cultures, is you don't just have the steeplechase. You have the flat races, you have a large polo and very active polo community. You have dressage, you have fox hunting. There's a little bit of everything here.
Now, there's no greater symbol of the fact that this is an area based on the equestrian industry than the fact that some of the streets are still dirt.
I always tell people, if you come to Aiken, our streets are not dirt. That doesn't mean that we're poor. That's specifically for the horses. That's to take care of their feet, of course, for the footing. So, and if you want to find an equestrian area within the city of Aiken, you just follow the dirt roads.
Of course, with so much excellent golf right in the area, golfers are always looking for a place to stay in the town of Aiken. When you stay in the quaint hotels, you're within walking distance to all of this. And I think people that come on a golf trip find this a refreshing difference.
But Southern Living voters designated us the best small town in the South.
The best small town in the South. Once you get to what is known as the alley, the number of restaurants jumps up big time.
Yes, Aiken Brewing Company is a staple, and they also have a large selection of craft beers. And they're very important to the vibrance of the downtown after hours. It used to be the streets in most small towns rolled up at a certain time.
I see that get filled every night here. It seems like they like that spot on the corner so that they can see all the action.
It is, absolutely.
No alley would be complete without a sports bar.
That's right. Yes, Tailgate Tavern, that's our newest, and they opened recently.
You could never have a collection of restaurants without pizza. Mellow Mushroom is a national chain, but they sort of made it a little more eclectic here to match the alley.
They did, to blend in well with the atmosphere.
And then, just a block away, there's an iconic old hotel and restaurant.
There is, that's the Wilcox, and that has been here since the Gilded Age. So people have come here, such as Franklin Delano Roosevelt, John Jacob Astor. You have a variety, and still a variety. Very popular with the equestrians, very popular with golfers, dog friendly.
And golfers especially, because there's a big picture of Ben Hogan right in the place there. And the restaurant is an elegant dining room where you could sit. It has the big lobby bar, which of course was a staple of old hotels for years and years.
Right. We have a statue of Aiken too. We have the founder of Mr. William Aiken, which is a great photo op for people. Visitors love it.
Marianne Kiesler, Thoroughbred Country. Best way to find out more?
You can go to our website, which is tbredcountry.org, TBRED country.org.
I'm done with this stroll because you made me so hungry and thirsty. I'm going to one of the great restaurants here in the alley.
There you go.
The rooftop patio at the Carriage House Inn. Good place to sit back and reflect a little bit about a golf trip in Aiken, South Carolina. maybe not the first place you might have picked, but after it's all done, it might be the first place on your list to go back. Great golf, great accommodations, and all the southern hospitality of Aiken, the South's #1 small town. Funny thing is that after you take this golf trip, you'll find a lot to love about Aiken.
My name is Gary Mitchell from Arlington, Texas, and I love the breakfast at the Carriage House Inn.
I'm Rob Lanke, Director of Instruction for Fort Lauderdale Country Club, and I love the greens here at the River Club.
Joe Lowe, Haskell County, Texas. I love the pork ribs in Aiken, South Carolina.
James Bronsberg from Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania, and I love the old traditional golf at the Aiken Golf Club.
Dave Ferguson from Colleyville, Texas, and I just love having a great cigar and sitting out by the fire at the Carriage House Inn.
Joe Sosnowski, Bluebell Country Club, and I love the views at Mount Vintage.
Hi, I'm Tim Kashala from Colleyville, Texas, and I love Woodside Plantation because I made a hole-in-one on number 9.
Hey! Now you understand why there's so much to love in the Aiken area. We bid a fond farewell to all the friends who displayed so much hospitality. Another great stop along the trail for the traveling golfer, and we hope to see all of you somewhere else down the trail.
Tony Leodora's Golf Wardrobe, courtesy of Antigua, the leader in modern golf apparel. Tour Edge is the official equipment sponsor of the traveling golfer.